Hello and welcome to Toadstool Tarot. I thought I would do a quick walkthrough outdoors because it's lovely weather. Unfortunately, it's a little bit difficult to find a quiet spot when the weather is so nice, even in a private garden. Also, I don't usually buy oracle decks anymore because I'm not fond of words or phrases on my cards. But this one comes in a magnetic hinge top cigar type box. It's called the Forest Fae. Here's one of my crochet gnome hats and a wand with some iridescent inlays. Very pretty. Seems to go with this deck. And there's a lot about this deck that appeals to me. I would say more that appeals to me than that which doesn't. I mean, how could I resist a deck with toadstools on the back when I have a channel called Toadstool Tarot, right? I also love more traditional looking elf and fairy images featuring fairies and elves that have slanted eyes and pointed ears. And I really like the color palette of this deck. These cards are smallish. I don't have a comparison out here with me. They're smaller than tarot size. Taller, I would say, by a little bit than playing cards, not as wide. They're glossy. The color palette is beautiful. The illustrations are beautiful. One drawback for me, the edges are a little bit sharp on the back side, so you can tell they were mechanically punched from a sheet because it's smoother on the front than the edge on the back. There's an almost imperceptible lip on the cards. Cards also have little titles and phrases on them. See if I can move these over a little bit. It's hard to do this with one hand while I'm holding the camera with the other. I like this card because she's holding a staff with what looks like a sistrum on it. And you can look that up. It's an ancient musical instrument, basically with bells or rattles in a hoop sort of format. I hope these are focusing all right. I don't have my glasses with me and it doesn't look that sharp to me, but we'll see. I forgot to count how many cards there are. I think it's somewhere between 30 and 40. Now, I don't know how I'm going to use this as an oracle. Like I said, I usually prefer not to have keywords or phrases printed on my cards. I like to just go with the imagery. I bought this deck more because, like I said, I think I had seen about 3 walkthroughs and I kept being drawn back to it. And I thought, well, regardless of it being a deck, I'll buy it the way I would a book of art. And tarot and oracle decks are kind of books where the pages can be rearranged in countless sequences. The cardstock is very thick, very sturdy. Easy to handle, easy to shuffle overhand. I don't ripple shuffle, so I don't know how that would be because they are very thick. They feel like they would be a really good companion for the Forest of Enchantment tarot. Very similar coloring and imagery, very earthy colors. I like this because I have a number of harps and psalteries and lyres. I can see if I'm going to do more of these that I should probably get some kind of a stand for my camera, because even though I'm resting my elbow, I can see the camera shaking a little bit, my hand shaking a bit. These are not your typically beautiful or sexy fairies. They're almost like the Brian Froud fairies. They have a sort of a darkness to them, a seriousness that I like very much. And there's quite a variety of facial expressions and depictions. It's a beautiful deck. It's not typically light. I actually love the sort of moody melancholy quality of it. It's very much me. This last card, this reminds me very much of the landscape I saw in my first hypnotic past life regression. And the figure looks very much like how I saw myself as well. There are a lot of similarities. Purple mountains, green pastures, sort of colorful magenta clothing patterns and so forth. Anyway, thank you for stopping by, and I will see you all again soon.